Arsenal fans, please, I want to remind you of something. No matter what you are doing, please, as you are celebrating, please don't forget this man.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and join the family, because today we need to talk about one of the widest football celebrations the world has seen in recent years. Yes, guys, after more than 2 decades of waiting, hoping, suffering, bantering, and next season promises, Arsenal Football Club are finally Premier League champions again. And trust Nigerians to turn this moment into pure madness online and on the streets, from London to Lagos, from Abuja to Port Harcourt, from beer parlors to viewing centers, from X to TikTok. Arsenal fans are celebrating like the World Cup was won yesterday. And honestly, if you watch some of those videos online, you would think a national holiday was declared somewhere. Now, in today's video, we are reacting to all the emotional moments, the street celebrations, the funny Nigerian reactions, the trolling, the dancing, the chaos, and why this title means so much to Arsenal fans around the world. So sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, because this gist is actually crazy. First of all, guys, let's be honest. Nobody can deny that Arsenal fans have waited a very long time for this moment. The last time Arsenal won the Premier League before this season was back in 2004 during the legendary Invisibles. Arsene Wenger. Some Arsenal fans were children back then, so we are not even born. Some finished primary school, some secondary school, university, got jobs, got married, and even had children before Arsenal lifted the Premier League trophy again. That is how long the wait has been. And over the years, Arsenal fans have suffered endless trolling online. Every season, people would say Arsenal will bottle it. Top 4 mentality. Trust Arsenal to disappoint. Next year, FC. And to make things worse, in the past few seasons, Arsenal came so close to winning the title but could not finish the job. Especially that heartbreaking season when they led the league for months before Manchester City overtook them near the end. That pain was very serious. Fans were emotional. Rival fans dragged Arsenal for months. So now that they finally won it, you cannot expect them to stay quiet. No chance. Now let's talk about the celebrations before this is where Nigerians entered another level completely. Guys, Nigerian football fans are different, especially Premier League fans. The passion is insane. Sometimes I genuinely think Nigerians support European clubs more emotionally than some local fans abroad, because the reactions we saw yesterday, pure cinema. Some Arsenal fans were just screaming on the streets, some were crying, some were dancing shirtless, some carried speakers outside, some started convoys, some even sprayed more during celebrations. And the funniest part is how random strangers suddenly became best friends just because Arsenal won the league. You would see one guy shouting, "Up Gunners," and another person from nowhere replies, "Not London forever." Then both of them starts hugging like long lost brothers. Football really unites people in a crazy way. Now let's talk about those viewing centers in Nigeria, because those places were absolutely electric yesterday. If you have ever watched football in a Nigerian viewing center, then you already know that the energy there is unmatched. People shouting, people arguing with referees through the screen, people predicting scores, people insulting players, people acting like assistant coaches. And once Arsenal officially became champions, chaos erupted. Plastic chairs flying anywhere, people jumping, some people nearly climbing television stands, others rolling on the floor dramatically. One guy even shouted, "Arteta has delivered us." Guys, Nigerians are naturally entertainers. Even football celebrations became comedy content. And can we talk about the memes online? Social media yesterday was completely owned by Arsenal fans. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X, everywhere was red. The edits alone were dangerous. People posting emotional music over Arsenal clips. People bringing back old tweets from rival fans. People apologizing publicly for doubting Mikel Arteta. And then you had Manchester United fans pretending not to care. Chelsea fans changing the topic. Liverpool fans arguing about history. Manchester City fans fighting for their lives in comment section. But Arsenal fans, they were moving like kings yesterday. One thing we must actually respect is Mikel Arteta's journey. Yeah. Because let's not lie, let's not steal. There was a time many Arsenal fans wanted him out. People called him inexperienced. People mocked his tactics. People said Arsenal would never win anything under him. But look at today. Arteta has stayed patient. He built the squad slowly. He trusted young players. And eventually, everything started clicking together. That is actually one powerful lesson from football and even life itself. Sometimes success takes time. Sometimes people will laugh at your process before they respect your results. And honestly, Arsenal fans we never forget this title, because it represents years of rebuilding, patience, and belief. Now, let's talk about some players that really stepped up this season. because titles are not just won by luck alone. Players had to perform, and honestly, Arsenal players showed serious mentality this season. From the defense to midfield attack, the consistency was there. Some players played through pressure, some delivered in big matches, some silenced critics completely. And one thing fans loved that was the spirit of fighting, because Arsenal team looked hungry, they looked determined. Even when games become difficult, they kept pushing, and fans noticed that the connection between players and supporters became very strong this season. Now, another funny thing was rival fans trying to downplay the celebration. You know how football fans behave online. Once a team celebrates heavily, rival fans start saying things like they are overdoing it, they just won league title, they are acting like they won the Champions League. But let's be realistic. After waiting over 20 years, Arsenal fans absolutely deserve to celebrate. This is football, man. What do you love? Moments like this are actually very, very emotional. Fans invest time, money, energy, and emotions into supporting clubs. People wake up early to watch matches. People argue online every week. People suffer heartbreak after losses. So when success finally comes, the joy is actually massive. And honestly, guys, one of the best things about football is moments like this: the passion, the moments, the emotion, the community, the excitement. For 90 minutes, people forget stress and just enjoy the game. And yesterday's celebration showed exactly why football remains the biggest sport in the world. Because football is not just a game. For many people, it's culture, it is identity, it is memories, it is emotion. Now, let's talk about Nigerian Arsenal fans specifically, because these people have suffered online bullying for years. If Arsenal lost one match, names and memes everywhere. If they drop points, people start cooking them online immediately. So now that they finally won the league, they are paying everybody back with interest. No mercy. People are reposting old tweets, quoting rival fans, dragging everybody. Even neutral fans are not even safe. Yesterday was officially Arsenal fans Revenge Day online, and we can appreciate the creativity of Nigerian content creators during this celebration. Some people made skits immediately, some recreated commentary reactions, some made fake interviews, some acted like pastors praying for Arsenal before the final hit too. Others acted like doctors treating rival fans after Arsenal won. The internet was on fire. It was on agog. Nigerians can literally turn any situation into entertainment, and that is why football content always trends heavily here. Another emotional thing was seeing other Arsenal fans celebrate. People who have supported the club for decades, some were genuinely emotional, some have actually seen difficult years, different managers, different disappointments, different failed seasons. So finally, Arsenal back on top meant a lot to them. And honestly, moments like that remind you that football memories stay with people forever. Now let's talk about the street, because wow, some areas genuinely look like carnival grounds yesterday. Music blasting everywhere, people waving us not just fans dancing on cars, motorcycle honking loudly. Guys, if you didn't know football was involved, you might think a political candidate just won an election. That's how intense the celebrations were. And of course, some rival fans stayed indoors quietly to avoid being dragged. So congratulations to every Arsenal fan out there, and we wish you guys more trophies to your club.